Magic the Gathering has so many things about it that are making it an outstanding game to play, be involved with the community in, and bring people together. Those are just some of the things, though. I'm going to go into the 7 things that I think Magic the Gathering uses to make it the best card game ever. Let's get into it. Many people, over the entire span of their life, have lost and gained friends, and many find that the people that stick around in their life that do play Magic are some of the people they're really close with, myself included. A lot of my friends play Magic, so whenever we're coming up with new decks or whatever, we are always like, hey, you want to play? You want to play? It brings us together. It is called Magic the Gathering. Take out the magic, you just got the gathering. Gathering of people. That is one of the best parts of Magic. Magic the Gathering for a lot of people is a game, but it is also a way of getting some culture in their life, because a lot of nerds aren't going to museums and doing things such as that. But when you're playing with these cards, each of them has a picture on it. And these cards have some of the most in-detailed, beautiful art you've ever seen in your life. So, by implementing that, they're giving artists a way to make money off of creating valuable art. And art that is going to possibly change the value of the card itself. Number 3, culture. Magic the Gathering has such a crazy culture around it, because I've, as a teenager, went to local game stores, and I'm playing with 30, 40-year-old men. They're talking about how they have to go to their kids after, and I'm like, yeah, I'm actually going to go home and play video games. So the amount of people that it brings together all around the world, we're over 40 million players now, is absolutely outstanding. So the chance of you bringing your deck somewhere and meeting someone to be like, hey, you want to play some cards, is much higher than it was back in the day. So the culture has been evolving. I'm going to college right now. I've met people there playing Magic. So I was like, hey, you want to play? And they were like, yeah, I do. There's also Beyond the Multiverse, or Beyond the Universe sets, or whatever it's called. They have included Lord of the Rings into the universe. They've also included Walking Dead. There's a Lucille card, as well as Marvel is coming. I cannot think of a more epic thing to have a card of and make a deck around than a superhero. It doesn't get much better than that. That's like peak Magic. So they're working on that right now. So the culture is evolving. They're bringing other universes in. Everyone's making money. I'm a happy consumer. Good stuff. Math. Number 4. So math is such a massive part of Magic, even if you don't play a deck that has a lot of creatures or anything like that. So the numbers at the bottom have to do with their power and toughness, but sometimes you're making crazy combos and your basic math becomes very excellent, because sometimes you're taking 3 damage to your health, sometimes you're taking 4 damage. It could be from 40 you're taking 3, or so on and so forth. So you're automatically getting those quick instinctual, because if you're not keeping up with the math and you're playing with people, everyone's going to look at you and they're like, did you graduate high school? And the answer is usually yes, but we'll have to see. It is not a game for the simple of mind, because there's multiplication, there's division. Sometimes you gotta add. It gets out of hand so fast, and you don't ever expect it. Magic has so many formats, so there's many different ways to play and different strategies to use, but the strategy is all up to you. And you don't have to play the most optimal way. An example being, if I'm playing with 3 other people, including myself, and one of them is an obvious threat, I don't even have to target him. Because if I know he's going to kill me, then I can be like, well, my buddy over here, he stole my girl. Or there's some sort of beef outside of it. There's a politics to the game that you implement, and you're just like, because you said this, or it's blah, 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 I'm going to target you now. So the strategy, you can be the most methodical person and you can just make the right decisions, or you can be a goofball. The strategy is up to yourself. You are the individual playing the game, making the choices. So it's not like an RPG where there's a storyline to follow or certain decisions that lead to certain paths. You never know what's going to happen. It's not over till it's over. And you can do whatever you want as long as you have the mana. And I was teaching one of my friends to play a while ago, and he was like learning super quickly. Like one game, he figured out how to play the basics of Magic. And he was like, so if I paid you 5 mana, would you take your pants off? So that's just a joke that we have going on now. It's pretty good. Magic the Gathering has created so many jobs. There's card stores all around my city and other cities as well that have events and are able to employ people because of the people playing Magic the Gathering. Not even if they're going there to spend money, but just like the community around it creates places where it's like, okay, let's go play some Magic. I need a job to go pay for my Magic cards. I need financial freedom to do this, blah, 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 blah. Long story short, Magic the Gathering has created lots of opportunities for a lot of people. Next is price. So the price of Magic cards has also created an economy. There is people that don't play Magic, but they collect the cards and sell them, in turn making them some fat bank. And that's an admirable quality. When I'm playing and I'll go to the Gamers Den, I've gotten like 140,000, not thousand, $140 cards. And I'm trading them for other cards to build my decks with. Say I got like a really nice Contagion class. That's going to appreciate in value over time because it's not being printed frequently or at all even. It's almost like an asset. So when you're dumping money into this hobby that you love playing, you're not only losing your Canadian currency that's depreciating, but you get some Magic cards in return. Pretty good to me. A major and most popular concept in Warhammer 40k, I know it's a different topic, just hear me out, is the rule of cool. So if you go there and you're like, these aliens are awesome, I'm going to play some aliens. Or if you're like, I love the humans because I'm a human, I'm going to go play some humans. You can do that. With the rule of cool, it transfers into this even better. Because I've had friends that are like, I love vampires. Is there vampires? And I'm like, there's so many vampires. Or there's been people that are like, I love food. I also love food. I made a food token deck. So the rule of cool transfers over. It's so easy to get into Magic because if you were to make like an under $50 commander deck, for example, it can be anything. Goblins, skeletons, zombies, really, like whatever you want. It does not matter. It could even be artifacts, or the rule of cool applies so much. So it has the ultimate fun factor in Magic, as well as there's just so many goofy things that you can do, like countering a counter spell. Absolutely hilarious. So on and so forth. So combined with the ultimate freedom of the strategy and just whatever you'd like to do, you also can play whatever you'd like to play. Yeah, those are my top 7 things about Magic. Hope you enjoyed. Remember to like and subscribe.